Hey guys, it's Pete and Roxy here, and today we are going to talk about health and emotional clearing and how your emotional clearing can help heal your body so you are super healthy and you can avoid, bad health conditions.
It's about the build-up of negativity in our system and how that build-up of negativity actually affects us. So it affects us physically, and it can affect us emotionally, and it can affect us mentally as well. And if all those three are out of balance, it's going to affect us spiritually also, because as a being of light, as a being of consciousness, it's important that we look at all the different aspects of ourselves when we're wanting to improve and to be the best version of ourselves. So if we change this idea that if there is an ache or a pain or an imperfection in our physical body, that is only to do with our physical body. Like if we expand that idea, and obviously, yes, pollution and poor health choices and lack of activity and etc. do affect our physical health. But if we look at ourselves in the bigger picture, we are not just a physical body, we are a body of consciousness, and our consciousness has to dwell in our physical body. So if there are imperfections and things that aren't working as well as they should in our physical body, it stands to reason that if we look at our emotional body and our mental body, then together we're going to be able to bring the physical body back into balance, back into ease rather than dis-ease. And sometimes the buildup of these emotional blocks can be severe, but for a lot of people, they just start off as mild. And you used to have the mild symptoms of, I think, the effects of negativity, trauma, stored in your body, manifesting itself in the outward level. Perhaps share with people a bit about, before you went on the emotional journey, how it was affecting your physical body, because you've had a big change.
Yeah, I've had huge changes, and just back to the consciousness part before I explain that.
I like that bit.
I like that bit because we are consciousness essentially living in a physical form body, a vessel, and the consciousness is materialized down from energy. So when negative energy is around, it'll get stored in your vessel that you're carrying around. So for me, I did the advanced brain states course with you probably when I was 21 years old, and I'm 34 now. And at the time I got diagnosed with cervical cancer. So I had to go get that removed. And as I progressed, it through the evolution of consciousness and raising my frequency and focusing on the pain and traumas of the past that I had to clear out, I noticed the change in my body. I had bad acne as well for probably the last 5 to 10 years, and on my back as well, and just in the last, say, 12 months, since we've been really working and healing on ourselves, and clearing out dense emotional energy and consciousness that does not serve us anymore, I've noticed a dramatic change in my body. My skin is so much smoother. There's not that red irritation beneath my skin, and my back doesn't even have any, it's very clear now. Another thing that I struggled with was a moon cycle. Through my teenage years, because I had a traumatic childhood and growing up, I got scared and all these different grief and shame and guilt put upon me. Through my experience, it started my moon cycle to be irregular. So I never had a period. It was maybe every 5 to 10 months that I'd get one. So it was very irregular. We struggled to have children because of my cycle. We had to go through IVF 6-7 years ago to have our 2 boys. And what I had to do is get on the pill to make my cycle regular. So taking a pill every single day, putting chemicals into my body every single day. And I thought that was just the way of the future, for me, just to be regular. It also soothed down my skin issues, and I was balanced and hormonally okay. So when we did plant medicine last year in Costa Rica and actually really fully woke up to all of this interesting information and really set our goal to elevate and raise our frequency to be the best version, like really, I stopped taking the pill, and just over the last 6 months, my cycle has been regular every 4 months. Skin has been cleared. I'm not reliant on any drugs anymore to keep my cycle regular, and I'm returning back to the natural being and the natural person that, you know, we source made for us, made to be here, so we can be reliant on our own energy sources to be the feminine and to be the masculine. And it's really nice to see that we are learning this, because we don't need drugs, we don't need chemicals. It's just evident in our health that that's just the old, you know, the control, the the facade to mask and to hide your health conditions is to take some Panadol instead of listening to your body. So if we look at our body and we see, like, you know, a rash or something coming out on our body, like, look at it and ask it, what's wrong? What do you need? What does my body need? Don't go to the pharmacy consistently, because our immune system's going to drop. We're going to consistently be reliant on drugs and medication, and we are more powerful than that.
Yeah, there's another way to look at the whole thing. See, you can look at issues in your physical health as your body trying to tell you something. And so often it's not trying to tell you something about the physical choices that you're making. However, in some cases that is the case, but most of the time there is an emotional injury that the person isn't addressing. And when you go in and you address the emotional issues, you can have a massive change in your levels of health. And, you know, there were so many things that you have got now that have improved, not just in your physical health, but also to do with mental health and emotional health. Because, you know, Roxanne used to get a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
She could not go to sleep at night unless she went around the house and checked that every single window had been locked, every single door was locked.
Now I sleep with all the doors unlocked.
Well, I bet that was just the level that you were at that time.
I'm not
you had
scared
stuff
anymore.
happen
I'm
as
not
a kid.
scared of anything anymore.
And guys, the travel, you know, the nervous wee. Oh my goodness, how can someone pee so many times? But it was a sign of the anxiety and the insecurity that was within manifesting itself out in the physical body. So less nervous peas, less anxiety, and the stress is noticeably less, but then that manifests itself in the physical body as well, and there can be changes. So when you're doing the work, when you're doing emotional clearing, and when you're actually in there working on yourself, you know that it's going to help you, because it like takes a weight off your shoulder. It's like a constant,
you feel lighter.
Yeah, and there's this overburden of carrying yourself through life, and that was one of the things I had to work on. Always used to have back and neck pain issues, and when you study into that, it's like the issue of carrying burden, carrying guilt. In my case, I'm the oldest of the 4 sons. And for those of you that watch the other videos, you'll know about what happened to me when I was a kid. So I lived with all this guilt, and I learned to clear that out, address it, completely go into it, explore it, be grateful for it, because realize it made me who I am today, and get at peace with it. And then all of a sudden, no more trips to a chiropractor, no need to get physio, and
when I met Pete, you were going to the chiropractor every week religiously to fix his back.
Yeah.
So the evidence, the last 12 months for us in particular we've been doing this every single day, working on ourselves, healing. If an emotion comes up, we look at it. We don't try and distract ourselves with news, TV, a magazine, you know, drinking, all the things. We go, okay, I need some quiet time. Let's look at what it is. And we've just made an effort and put so much importance on the evolution of our consciousness to be the best version of ourselves. So it's so evident in both of our, everyday life, physically and emotionally, that we've cleared traumas, we've cleared anxiety, we're not scared anymore. Like my mum said the other day, oh, don't you get scared going out on the jet ski in the big water? And I looked at her and I just was so shocked that, that would even cross her mind. And for me, it's just not a scary thing. And I looked at her and I said, Mum, you know what? I'm not actually scared of much anymore. And she just really was trying to process that, because, where we come from, we're all, in fear. We're controlled to think the worst in situations, negative thing. But, to be honest, if we all just thought positively, it would put a positive charge and no one would have anxiety. No one would have depression. It's just, the old structures that have been, put in place to keep the masses, sitting in a certain place.
And on that point too, that is not such a crazy point, because everyone logically knows, like 99% of things that people worry about never actually happen, right? So we're often worrying and preparing and stressing and talking about things that are never going to happen. So that mental habit of worrying and thinking about the worst outcome. You ever have a friend who says, oh gosh, I overthink everything? I mean, that's a terrible habit to be in, because you're constantly placing your physical body in a mild form of stress and response, and there's increased adrenaline levels flowing through the body. No wonder people have got anxiety. No wonder people have problems with insomnia and stress and stress-related illness and etc. It's starting with the thinking. So if you can get your mind right, if you can retrain your brain to actually appreciate the beauty, to look at situations and be the observer and look at what you can learn from it, and particularly when horrible things are going wrong in your life, learn to step back and look at what's going on in that stressful, unfair, irritating situation and go, what's the lesson here I should learn? What am I seeing in myself play out that I can learn, clear, and then grow in wisdom? And as you grow in wisdom, your vibration goes up. And as your vibration goes up, that affects your physical body. So your physical body moves more into harmony as well. So if, in summary, guys, if you've got niggling health complaints, go into a relaxed meditative state. Ask yourself, what could that be from? Could there be some sort of emotion you need to work on or clear through? And also, when you're working on your emotions and pushing through, ask yourself and continually search about how the different areas of your body where you may have ailments tie in with emotions linked with them. And the book Emotion Code, or if you look online at Emotion Code, it talks a lot about how different areas in the physical body where there are imperfections can be linked to certain emotions, and that can really help you on the right track of being able to clear those emotions better, but also live with greater health and energy, right?
Yeah, that's right. And this journey is not easy, and we understand, if you are kept in that anxiety, stressful environment, we just want you to let you know there is a way out. There is a way, there is an answer. It's not all doom and gloom, and you can get better and you can be free of the old structures, and there is a way, because we are working and we are living this process right now, and we are here to help you and be guides and to help inspire you. To show you that it's okay, it's achievable, we have completed this, and we are still learning every day, and we'll share this with you. So we just want to wish you all the love in the world if you are on this healing journey, and if you're not and you're thinking about it, keep watching and learning, because the seed is in every single one of us to heal. It's a natural progression in nature.
Yeah. And if you want to find out a little bit more about how you can work on yourself using your mind, and to find out what's really down there and underneath, private message us. I'll send you a link to some actual meditations that we use, to some great information. Certainly offering any help I can, send through a message, guys. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy our videos, and share them with the people that you care about, because we're going to be consistently putting out the information that we have personally used ourselves, not just theories, that have helped us to transform our life.